Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Reddit Cheating Stories. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started with the first story. She said she didn't cheat. Recently, I saw chats on my girlfriend's phone and discovered she had been talking to a few guys she knew from online, likely from her DMs. Obviously, they moved the conversation off the app. I confronted her about the guys I had never seen before, and it turned out she had been talking to one for quite some time, and they got to know each other through Instagram. They never met, and according to her, they were just friends, and nothing suggestive was going on in the chats. Then there was another guy who apparently slid into her DMs as well. In those chats, I realized they didn't talk much. But whenever they had a conversation, it was during a period when we were having a rocky situation, facing a tough patch, or taking some time off from each other. That being said, we were not broken up. None of them had met up with her yet, although I'm not sure if they asked her what her responses to them were. According to her, the first guy knew about our relationship. It doesn't help that they were still close though. She even said they were colleagues, but the truth is they were in different departments, hence never worked with one another before this interaction. I'm also pretty sure the second one had no idea she was attached, even though the messages she sent him weren't suggestive in any way. Their nature of interaction or how they got to know one another bothers me a little. It seems like there were more in her DMs, where she replied and talked to them for some time. While it's true she never met up with them, hence never technically cheated, it still rubs me the wrong way that she talked to them without letting them know about her relationship status. I'm confused about how I should be feeling about this. I told her I would need some time to think about things, but I'm not sure if this is acceptable. I'm not sure if this is the right forum to ask, as I'm looking for opinions from a community that isn't too quick to say I should call things off as an answer, regardless of the situation. However, if this is considered cheating or unfaithful, I would be sure to consider leaving as an option. Your girlfriend wouldn't like you chatting with other girls. If she says otherwise, she is lying. Therefore, she knows that what she is doing is wrong, but she enjoys the attention and validation from outside. It may not be a physical affair, but it sounds like an emotional affair. As you said, anytime you encounter a rough patch, she reaches out to other males, looking for a shoulder to cry on. This is precisely how emotional affairs start. Emotional affairs are foreplay to physical affairs. She needs to control this behavior. Ask her how she would feel if you were the one seeking sympathy or a shoulder to cry on. In order to move forward, you both need to establish boundaries or ground rules against this kind of behavior. Story 2. Is it cheating or am I overreacting? My girlfriend responded to a text message from someone she didn't know at all. It was a bland response, but she told me she felt something was off. She continued responding out of respect, but her replies were timid and short. She stopped when I told her I wasn't comfortable with it. The next scenario involved her best friend of 3 years. Even after we got together, they still called each other love. She told me her friend was being too clingy and even went as far as whispering in her ear that she's pretty all the time. I once caught them hugging, which made me feel uncomfortable, so I confronted her about it. She told her friend to stop, but even after all that, I still have this gut feeling that something is off. Then yesterday, she told me that her friend has feelings for her. So, did my girlfriend cheat on me by tolerating such behavior from her friend and also kind of responding to a stranger's obvious advances towards her? She told me she was oblivious to it, but I don't know if I can trust her. Sorry, English is not my first language. Story 3. Is this cheating? Please help. For the sake of simplicity, we got together in January last year. However, things almost ended between us in March of that same year because he lied about something that was important to me. In June of that year, he told me about a female friend who asked him out for a meal. Although they were not close anymore, they had a history. My first reaction was suspicion because he had declined a girl's offer to meet him months before, claiming that nobody knew he was in a relationship, and he did not want to give the wrong idea. He also mentioned that he had not put up a couple's display picture, which only showed a quarter of my face. Therefore, my first instinct was that something was up with this girl. We had an argument over this issue, during which he kept telling me that he had been honest since the first incident, and I had no reason to doubt him. However, something happened in March of this year that led him to want to check my phone. In return, I asked to see his phone. He refused to show me their chat because he was uncomfortable, and it would be harmful to me. I did see the flirtatious and flattering remarks he sent her while we were in a relationship. The truth was that he had asked her out before telling me about her, which meant that all his excuses for not publicly establishing ourselves as a couple were just convenient excuses. I did not know that he had asked her out before I confronted her. I found out that he had deleted messages on his end that showed the times he had asked her out. His excuse was that he lied to protect me, and he wasn't honest because he knew I would take it the wrong way. He also told me that she had only offered to deliver him food, but he asked her out for a meal. I ended things because it was hard for him to be honest, even when all he needed to do was tell the truth. I classified this as emotional cheating because of the flirtatious messages he sent her and his relentless efforts to ask her out while we were in a relationship, despite being rejected again and again. He had even asked her to be there for his grad when they weren't even close anymore. I only found out this year, and this incident happened more than half a year ago. He tried to convince me that things have since changed, and he's never done that anymore. I really loved him and want to trust him, but I can't seem to get over what he did, let alone lying to my face and gaslighting me. Should I try again? Is it justified or an overreaction on my part? Not sure if it's technically cheating, but it is lying, and lying is the highway to cheating, in my opinion. You're not married, so consider that he failed the marriage interview, and you dodged a proverbial bullet. It's sad that you have to deal with it, but it's great that it likely won't affect your finances that much. On a technicality, it's not cheating, but it's definitely deception and lying. And we all know where that path leads when in a relationship. Personally, I'd be done over that in itself, irrespective of whether he cheated or not. It's not worth dealing with someone obsessed with someone else like that. It almost seems worse than cheating. At least when cheating, the feelings are usually mutual. This is him simply being obsessed with another woman who's hardly even giving him any of that energy back. This was a hard pill to swallow. Yes, he was emotionally cheating on you. Why would you want to go back to somebody who has already shown you that they are a cheater? You can do much better for yourself. Tickle truth. It does not look good. If he's not cheating, then he's working up the courage to do so. No, just no. The cheating is in the lie and disrespect of your relationship and feelings. It's the betrayal by someone you care about and embarrassment of being played that hurts with cheating, not necessarily the sex that you think of as technically cheating. Unless you can put aside your suspicions and hurt, and genuinely put it out of your mind like it never happened, the relationship is likely over whether you hang on or not. Your own distrust eats you from the inside out and taints the relationship for him too. There's no going back usually. It's best to let it go while it's still mostly good memories, and you don't hate each other. I wish I had. Break up and block him. People truly need to stop this on and off bullshit. Honey, once it was done, it was done. Stop playing games with this person. He doesn't respect you. Dump him, block him, and let him go. Story 4. Can someone answer this? As many of you know, I'm in a very toxic relationship. We're not even together anymore, so I guess we're just co-parenting at this point, living in the same house. Financially, it doesn't make sense for her to move out and get her own place at this time. She will need to save for a while. In the meantime, how do we go about our daily lives? How do I deal with her moving on and talking to other guys in front of me? Going out on dates with other men? I feel like it will be rough to take, and it'll sting. I'm not sure if it's a pride thing or not, but what's the best way to deal with it? Also, for myself, should I feel guilty or try to hide if I'm meeting new people? I'm not sure how to navigate this situation. You're literally prolonging your suffering and enabling her bad behavior. They aren't together anymore, though they are just co-parenting under the same roof. Set rules. Neither of you should date until one of you gets a place, and that should be soon. Something tells me only one side would stick to such rules. She obviously does not care a damn thing about you. She is only driving the point home about what a hoe she is, was when you were married. Pack her up and send her on her way. F being nice. Nope. Nope. Mother of your child or not, put her out. You're going to suffer every day. She's got to figure it out for herself. She's an adult. Financially, it might make sense, but emotionally, mentally it does not. If she can afford to move, she needs to move out now because she is no longer your problem. You need to focus on what's best for you now. How about letting her figure her own stuff out by kicking her to the streets? Quit treating that piece of trash like a toddler and understand she's a grown-ass woman who can make her own decisions. If she ends up homeless, that's not your concern anymore. In the meantime, just ignore her and pretend she doesn't exist. Thank you for watching the guys. If you liked it, please a like and make sure to comment to tell us what you would have done in this situation. Also make sure to check the description box if you want to have better relationships or lose that extra weight you can't get rid of. And if you want some videos like this, make sure to check one of these. See you soon.